Because my main man, Real, he decided that he was gonna cause
Cause a little ruckus, didn't I?
Well, let's not say ruckus. It's your opinion. You stand by it, and tell them what your post said.
So, right. So I was listening to a podcast. They were saying, "Well, who's the best scorer in like NBA history?" And I'm not even gonna say what the podcast show was because I ain't giving people no like because they don't give us none. But the person automatically goes to KD, right? And I was like,
"He's a hell of a scorer."
He is a fact, right? So I'm like, wow, KD, right? Okay, that's a good score, great score. I hear you. And then the other person goes, well, damn, but what about LeBron? Like, is he not a good scorer? What about Jordan? You know, start calling out all the names who are actually on the list. So that made me think about it. And I was like, yo, for me, LeBron is the best scorer in NBA history. I heard some people come back and they're like, he's not a better scorer than AD. LeBron played in a weak-ass league. So then I thought about it. I was like, I wonder what league KD played in. You know.
Same league.
Could it be the same league? I mean, I don't know. So I'm looking at LeBron. In 17 years, LeBron is third all time in the NBA scoring. That's right. He has a chance when it's all said and done to be number one. In the playoff scoring, you might well not even try it. You're not going to catch LeBron when it's all said and done when it comes to scoring in the playoffs. So I'm trying to figure out for people like, you know, I'm a huge fan, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, and I'm even a fan of KD. You telling me, and we all know, because when you talk about those guys, the first thing you think of is scoring with those guys I named. You don't think of anything else.
Well, because they're score first kind of guys.
They're score first kind of guys, right? You think of those guys that score first, like those are guys that will go a whole game without one assist. Without one, and you wouldn't think twice about it. So I'm like, you telling me a pass first guy is what LeBron is. We can't deny it. He's a pass first guy. A pass first guy can be third all time in 17 years, and you're not calling him the best scorer in NBA history. I get it.
So basically, so for the people that don't understand what my man just broke down for y'all, basically you saying a dude that decides not to take the ball to the hole every single game, all the time, is still third in scoring. And you got to respect that, because if his mentality was of Michael or AI or Kobe, he would could be, not that he ain't now, would probably be the number one scorer in the league.
You mean to tell me if LeBron didn't want to, that he couldn't shoot the ball 30, 40 times a game? Because I've seen players, and my favorite player, Kobe, I've seen him take 40 shots and have 38 points and no assists.
Right. I ain't got time to pass to you scrubs.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen that. That's why I'm looking at people when they go, well, this is a soft league. So why is KD even mentioned if this is a soft league?
But I mean, truth be told, when you look at Kobe's career, you know, God bless the GOAT. Kobe played in the back end of this league too. So Kobe came in the league at 96.
Yeah.
So even when he got his wings, it was early 2000s. And so he still went 12, 15 seasons in almost the same league that LeBron came in at 2003 to still do his thing, which is the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So they was running around when everybody was like infamously waiting on this Kobe LeBron finals that never happened. That never happened. So we waited on that for like 5, 6, solid 7 seasons probably.
Pretty much.
So Kobe damn near played in the same league that LeBron did.
Exactly.
Because after the Malice in the Palace, like the physicality of the game decreased by default. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They had to tune the game back, so the physicality of defensive guys being there with a hard check and fouls and hand checks and stuff like that, it disappeared out of the game because they're like, we got to clean this up. We can't have Ron Artest out there body slamming people in the stands. So, respectively, when was that? In 2000, was that 5, 2004? The Malice in the Palace was?
I think like maybe two. I don't know if it was 2000, maybe 2003. Some in that area.
Yeah, somewhere around like early 2000 that happened, right?
Yeah.
So they cleaned the game up a little bit. So I mean, respectively, Kobe played in the same, we would call this the same era that LeBron played in. AI did, you know. By default, KD came in the league in 2007, 2008. So it's the same. It's still the same thing. Like 2021. I mean, hell.
Look, what's crazy is people always act like Jordan. And look, I'm a huge fan of Jordan, and my favorite player got his whole game from Jordan. You know what I mean? So, but people act like Jordan, like, was getting touched up. Like after the whole Pistons shit happened, it got to a point where they couldn't touch Jordan at all without a foul being called. Well, I never forget when the Olympics picture was taken with Magic, Jordan, and Bird, and
Right.
Magic was like, hey, we can't touch Jordan. There's gonna be a foul. The fact that somebody's saying it, and that's the first time that was being said out loud. Was it said probably in the locker room, stuff like that for other people? Maybe. So to me, Jordan ushered in this whole, hey man, the quick whistle type shit. Why? Because they wanted Jordan to score. Jordan was the man, was the highlight, was the bread and butter. What brings people to the game? Scoring. We can't have
Right.
Jordan getting his ass whipped and people playing defense on him like that. We gotta let him score.
Listen, to be clear about this, Jordan changed the game for the new era.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think people don't understand that, because even back then in the 80s, early 90s, late 80s, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Those dudes was having fun. Everybody was Lemon Pepper Lou back then, but they was just doing it in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was Lemon Pepper Lou and James Harden, but they was doing it in the locker room.
Pretty much.
And so winning at the end of the day was like, we got to check, we having fun. But Jordan's idea of what the game should have been, he literally changed the game to make it be like, listen, I'm here to win. It's going to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. It was teams back then that was balling and dudes that took it serious. But most of those teams, if you wasn't in the top three, if you wasn't the Lakers or the Celtics, or, the Pistons for a minute, we didn't care that much. And Chicago was a shitty team. Let's be clear about this. So Jordan, they was like, yo, we got to take this dude serious. So Jordan changed the identity of the game, what people was doing. So you got to respect what Jordan's done to the game. Like, there's no disrespect. But like you said, though, bro, you can't bang Jordan up simply because that dude right there was putting ass in seats.
Exactly. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me when I look at it. I'm like, bro, like, I'm not taking nothing away from Kareem, who's at top right now, right? But Kareem is 7 foot. Like, what other big was really rocking against Kareem like that? Like, for real, what other big was out there that was stopping from the basket? Like, what other? In Jordan's case, what other athletic? Like, who was more athletic than Jordan at that time? In this era, we got all kind of Jordans when it comes to athleticism. Like,
yeah.
This Jordan's in probably at the park right now, balling.
Yeah. Dude, the skill set of the game has increased exponentially. So to say that it wasn't nobody back then that was like Jordan, correct. But now when you look at it, these kids are spinning AAU balls. They specialize in the ball. Like, I mean, some of these kids wake up with a basketball in their damn court at the age of 3. You know what I'm saying? So the skill set of the game is totally different. It's out of control, man. So yeah, no, you're right. You're right, man.
Yo, we got Russell Westbrook at like what, 6'2", 6'3",
and he's got 182 triple doubles.
Come on,
I'm gonna tell you what's ridiculous about that. Nobody respects Westbrook game for whatever reason. I don't know. What I will say about Westbrook is, throughout his career, this dude's never really been injured, right? Banged up a little bit here and there, but he's not missing significant season times like Anthony Davis. There's no shot at Davis, you know what I'm saying? But that dude's got potential to be one of the best bigs ever. If he can stay healthy. Yeah. But you look at Westbrook, this dude get on the court and he lay it all on the court every single game. For some people to discount what Westbrook has done, it's unbelievable, man. Like, to have 181 triple doubles, 182 triple doubles.
Yo, and playing with guys against guys who are 6'9" and up. When Big O was doing that, I don't know if any center was like bigger than 6'9" at that time.
I mean, if they were like Mutombo, and I mean, he was a big clunky dude.
Exactly. There wasn't no Shaq athletic big or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy to me. So I know I caused a little wreck with LeBron thing, but this is how I believe. This is what I believe in. And I told people to tune in to today, 7:30, if they want to hear my side and give their opinion.
Listen,
Obviously,
if LeBron, like you said, if LeBron was the score first player,
yeah.
it'd be different. And
And you,
and you think about this, something that we looked up a long time ago. How many almost triple doubles has LeBron had? Missed it by
oh, plenty.
Oh gosh, it's bananas.
Plenty. Passing the ball to Boobie Gibson.
As he shouldn't.
Like, come on. In early Cleveland, the best player that LeBron played with was Mo Williams in early Cleveland.
I mean, you can't give Gauskas that. Nah.
Nah, man, I'm not giving Gauskas that, man.
They just signed.
Nah, and I'm not giving Varejao that, and whoever else did. The best player he played with in that early time is Mo Williams.
Mo Williams.
Like Jordan, like granted, he had his scoring titles and stuff before, Pippen and all that. But when he started doing his thing, he had Pippen. You know what I mean? Magic had Worthy, Kareem. Like, come on, man. Byron Scott, Michael Cooper. Like, all those cats can score, man. So it's just, look, man, that's just how I feel about it. Obviously, nobody can, got to really disagree with me right now. They probably disagree later. But don't give me KD and all that shit right now and then tell me LeBron is playing in a weak-ass league. Like, KD ain't in the same league.
No, I'm with you.
I mean.